Hey, it's Danny and Q. We're two friends with nothing and everything to say.
And now we're inviting you into the conversation.
Welcome
to
to
Randomly
Randomly
Speaking.
Speaking.
What's up? What's up? It's
How
Q.
you doing? I'm Danny.
We back. Man, it's wintertime now.
It is. I'm a little bit chilly.
We look like it, and we both in the house looking like
It's
we ain't got
cold,
no
man.
climate control.
I don't want to turn my air down either, so because I
know it's that wonky time where you ain't sure you can turn the heat on, but you also can't turn the air off just yet. But
yeah. So
it's like 68 for us. So
you said it's what?
68.
Oh, y'all cold.
What are you?
86.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
86 degrees. I'm in
Shut
Houston.
up. Why? Yeah. We're in Florida. We're supposed to be the best.
But you're in northern Florida. I'm in Houston. Ooh, tomorrow our high is supposed to be 66. That's not right.
Don't make me move to Texas because y'all got better, warmer weather.
Well, not all of Texas, because remember I did 6 months in like Dallas area, and I got everything, every freaking thing. I had hail, snow, cold, heat stroke.
Heat stroke. Our high tomorrow 75.
75. So our high tomorrow is 66, but it's a glitch in the matrix.
But it's gonna be partly sunny. What? I need some sun. I feel like my body is shutting down because it ain't got enough sun in the last 72 hours.
Get that vitamin D.
I took me one, so you would have thought that was a magic pill the way I ran in there. I was like, let me take this vitamin D because I.
But your friend came to visit you? Who? That's why you wasn't on whenever I came up here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was outside the porch yapping with him.
Are you blushing? What?
Oh shit, no. I might be. I might be. I might be. Crazy thing, I'm too poor to have a man, so I don't even know. What I'll be doing.
You'll be all right. I'm sure he got you his many resources. Okay.
No, rich people stay rich.
I'm done.
That's what
I'm saying. I know he got you. He got it. So, I'm saying hard times.
Rich people don't spend no money. Poor people spend money. I get $5, I go to the store.
Y'all gonna be camping out in the woods, saving money.
Yeah, we will be camping, but I like to camp for fun. I ain't camping to save money.
He building a cabin as we speak.
Not yet. It's on the way though. There's two types of rich people. I know. I need it. Like I feel like I must be going through something with the cold and heart changing. Like I ain't been getting regulated. Like, man, am I drinking enough water? What am I doing? Can I stay awake?
He knocked your junk out of whack now. Okay. I'm done.
Well, I don't know. I know you haven't had the experience to know.
I am a virgin. I'm rolling with this virginity thing. You know what I'm saying?
Still none in it.
Huh?
Man. I said still none in it.
Yep. I am.
Today has not been a busy day for me though. What you been up to today? Besides your Spanish Inquisition, you bothering everybody with.
I can't even say my Spanish up here that I learned today. My slang Spanish.
That's the thing though. That's what when y'all saw that, I'm like, I thought about what you were sending me. I'm like, is this does cuss you out Spanish lessons?
Yes, you cannot put in a translator, but some of it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Some of it was cool, but you can't put it in a translator, so you just gotta know what it is. Like Heina could be like girl, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever, and stuff.
Okay.
So she might have threw it in a translator, and then she came back like, I don't know what that word means.
I would do that too. If you send me something in Spanish, I'll come back and I respond in Spanish too, but not me. I'm your buddy. I was over here making me noodles. I was like, what is she going through? I was like, what is going on?
Freshen up on my Spanish, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta learn the slang stuff too.
Who you gonna be talking to?
I'm gonna be in Mexico, you know what I'm saying? So like I can know what they're saying, you know.
Yeah, I'm about to say because you only be talking to one person. She's not playing them games with you.
I'm talking just people that live there, you know what I'm saying?
All right, don't be too friendly. Don't get.
She friendly too.
Don't make it an international incident.
She's friendly too. She's friendly too. If I phone for help, it's probably my fault. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there now. Like, just be like, what did you do?
Like, okay, just send me the password. Send me the keyword to let me know what I need to be doing. We probably need to come with a safe word before you go. Like I tell people, if I ever text you, call you, post anything, any endearments about cats, come and rescue me.
All you have to do, send me an address. Just send me an
address. I know. You know what? This is the umbrella. This is the lady's umbrella. I ain't give it back. I mean, no, once she's about in Ponte Vedra, but this is the umbrella that she gave me. That's why I was getting I was like, let me say this address. You can't see it in the app. Like they tell you how to get there and stuff, but you can't see it after you get through the delivery process. And so I was like, damn. And it's raining. My phone is getting wet. Everything. I'm like, what's your address? Blah, blah. I'm like, let me do it. And I'm like, who can I text it to? And the first two names was yours and his. And I was like, I text this to him. He gonna call me. It's gonna be crazy. So I was like, boom, let me send this to P. I meant to say notepad, but it was raining. I was like, oh, I gotta go. And it was seconds. And I was like, boom, when you called me, I was cracking up because like I know why she's calling. I'm like trying to fumble with the app.
Mm-hmm. You see, because at first I think I called FaceTime first. You didn't answer.
Yeah, you called
regular. So I was like, maybe she can't do FaceTime right. So I called regular. Then I'm texting like, yo, what's up?
Like, I was like, I know my friends will come and save me, damn it.
Like, you better come better.
All the way in Texas. She's like, I got to send somebody.
Okay, I know how to call 911, but like, look, I need somebody to go to this address ASAP. Like now.
Send everybody, the FBI, the CIA.
Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me and go ASAP. No, but so besides, learning my slang, Spanish and stuff, and speaking some more Spanglish, just working on some ventures and everything. But I've been doing like some trading and stuff. That's actually going pretty well. And then I got some other stuff I'm working on. But I don't know if I'm going to return to like the 9-to-5 workforce. Mm-hmm. Maybe just to complete my obligation for nursing and stuff because of the scholarship. But that's not until like March. So I still have all this time and stuff, But it's crazy because now, people be like, oh, what do you do? Like, yes, I'm a nurse, but I'm unemployed right now. You know what I'm saying? I am unemployed. To say that, be like, see, unemployed. Like, what's your job? Oh, no, I'm unemployed. And they looking like, are you sure about that? Like, are you really unemployed? Like,
I stay hitting people with the unemployed.
I
stay hitting people with the unemployed.
Yeah, they're like, you're not moving like you unemployed. I'm like, well, I'm a good unemployed.
Yeah, either way it go, I'm unemployed. No matter what's going on, that's what the facts are.
Because I'm not clocking in with anybody. And I love it. I love it. Once the second thing, I get that situated too. Honestly, Q, like, for real, I don't know. I just feel like God set me up for this, because it's hard for me to sit still. It's hard for me to sit down. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like, if I'm working, and everything else kind of takes a back burner and everything. So it gave me an opportunity to really get into stuff that I had started before and hadn't really been able to fully, get involved with it and everything. So I'm loving the time. I'm loving the freedom of it. Making my own work schedule because I still get up and do stuff and like working out and all that. But everything that I'm doing though, I act like I'm going to work. So I have set hours still, but it's still just my time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
that's the best way though. Like treating it like a job. And I know it sounds weird to some people, but I live for my little note card to-do list because it, for one, it's easy. If it's easy, and I've learned how easy it is when you're responsible for your time, how easily you can screw it over, how you can mess it up, and how relaxed you can become with yourself. But then you think about it, I get too relaxed, I'm gonna be done relax my dreams, relax my income, relax my life, and now I'm gonna be, really, then I'm be forced to have to be accountable to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it does feel good to manage your own time, especially being productive, is doing something you put your own energy, your own thoughts and stuff into. Damn, I need the dust. But
it's a freedom to it. It's like it's a freedom that I've asked for, I've dreamt about, and now I have it, and I'm not trying to squander it or mess it up.
That's what it is. Not trying to squander it away.
No. So
be looking back like, dang, how did I get here? Like, remember that day you sat around all day and didn't do shit, and then you let it become a week, and then you let it become a month? That's why you're here.
Right.
I need to go get me somebody's job though. I just want to get a extra like $1,000 a month that I can just give away immediately to debt. Like, like some people work and they like, oh, I want like a check that comes in and goes straight to credit card debt. Like, boom, here you go. It goes straight to them. But yeah, I ain't done much today. I've been fighting sleep and
that too.
Trying to eat and when I'm not doing anything, I'm thinking about what I need to do because I have been trying to sit down every day for a couple hours and work on things that I want to do. Like, not just sit down and work on things I want to do, but like if I'm like the one of the graphic design things I want to do, not just I'm making like notable progress. Like, how much did you get done today? Not just sitting here an hour giving a little bit, like really like, oh, if I see that, oh, you didn't do that much, you didn't make enough progress on that yesterday, then it's like, boom, I really got to put my head down and get to it.
Right.
Like I ain't really been on TikTok like that, and that's I don't know why this joker didn't hit my DMs. I'm like,
because he wants you to get in trouble with your not boyfriend.
I don't even know how. I'm like, who comes to my DMs? I have never had anybody in my DMs. I'm like, what are you doing over there? Like, what are you doing? Why are you asking me all these questions? And how did you get here? And I was like, look, I don't do small talk. I was like, what sent you to my inbox? Because I don't. I'm not good at small talk. I'm not good at that. How you doing? I'm great. Where you from? What's your favorite color? What you like to eat? What? 30-something minutes passes in between conversations like that. I done walked off and done 1,000 things, and I just don't have time for it all. And not I got time for it all, but I really don't. And I don't need nobody else inboxing me who 100,000 miles away. Why are you hitting me up? You need to take this down.
Local.
You need to put this down to your location. You might want to do some research. Like, I am not in your location. That man talking about he from Ohio. I'm in Florida, man.
But like, that's not.
What do you want to talk about with a person who lives, like what do people be thinking when they like, oh, I wanna chat with you? Why? Like,
you know what? So I'm laughing, I'm cracking jokes and stuff, and then I ended up married. So from that,
you know what? That situation would definitely, that makes sense though, because that person could move or whatever, and like it was a developing conversation. I know, and you can tell by people like this person is not like talking to you, so then in a year they're gonna uproot and move to where you are, or they not like, and that's not even a quick drive or nothing. Like,
no,
come on, like,
no, because look, we're like 50 minutes away from each other, and so even still, it's almost like it is a long distance relationship. Sometimes, half the time, you know what I'm saying? Because like then when you have traffic and everything else, but it's kind of cool for the time being,
Oh yeah, but see, that's so much. That's good though, because as you get to know each other better and have more experiences, that 50 minutes gonna feel like 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter what the traffic, no matter as you get more in the groove, that gap closes, especially with that distance. When you got Ohio? I'm in Florida.
Yeah, that's too far.
Like what?
That's too far.
What about if I want to go out tonight and have dinner with somebody? Now you can't call the person you're talking to. Like what?
Yeah, it's not happening.
So when I'm like, oh, I'm out on my dinner date, because that's what it'll have to be.
Right.
So,
but you know what? Like I don't even know why you even talking about it, contemplating it or whatever, because you taking but not taking.
Oh, like, I wasn't contemplating.
Yeah.
I just was like, why you over here? Why you even in my inbox? What in my TikTok video made you be like, let me inbox her? Mm-hmm. Especially somebody who talking about they don't really, and this is the kicker too. Because I was like asking, like, you know, what brought you to my inbox? Oh, my daughter showed me, and I didn't know you could text on here. Okay, Grandpa.
What was your daughter showing you?
I'm gonna need like how to use TikTok. I'm sorry, I don't have no problem with people who not good with technology, but at the same time, it's 2025.
Did you look at his page?
Yeah.
Like, does he post stuff like regularly, or is it like?
It's like a few videos of him and his daughter, and it's just like little captions down there. I didn't look like read it all because to be honest, I'd only look to see like why is this spammer contacting me? And because I automatically assume anybody who in your inbox is a spammer unless it's like one of my friends that send me like videos, you know, like one of my TikTok friends, people I don't actually know, but they'll share like a video. Other than that,
yeah,
I don't mean that shit. I barely talk back to y'all. I look and see what y'all sent, and then we texting.
That's why I'll usually send stuff though. For the most part, if I want you to see it, I'm gonna send it to you in text. Yeah, and then let it take you to wherever. Because even me, sometimes if it just goes in my inbox, I don't know when I'm gonna see it. Like I'll go in there sometimes, like, oh dang, my bad. Like
I delete Messenger so often that everybody should know by now. If you want to talk to me directly. Because I delete messages often. I delete things that allow people to hit me up privately in apps. And it's not, you know, to be a bitch or nothing, but I don't like all that small talk, that chatter, that BS. I don't like all that in my inbox. And some people go too far with it. They want to send you 1,000 things. And I've been thinking, like, you don't think I see these reels too? You don't think I saw that? Why you sent me 20 of these motherfucking reels? Right. And you could, and if you thought it was that funny, why you didn't hit me up directly? You got my number, you know. So yeah, I don't be.
See, me and my brother, that's how we communicate. We communicate via reels. Yeah. And so that's what we do. That's like our love language between each other. So all day, oh, you like my pen light?
I didn't even know it was a light.
Yes, a pen light.
What do you need that for, officer?
Nah, it's my nursing. See, I tell you how dilated your pupils are and everything. But
definitely like an officer.
Yeah, that's our love language. So we'll be sending reels back and forth, but that's not like with everybody. I'm not like let's just talk via.
No, I aggravate y'all with my reels via text, but y'all getting some conversation too. Y'all gonna get my randomness. Yeah. I was talking. I was like, how me and P gonna get on the podcast? We just sit here and talk all day. And I was telling him. I said, we done talked all day. He's like, what y'all gonna talk about? I said, we can always talk.
Yeah. So right now, what I've been contemplating, well, I'm still, I'm already contemplating. You contemplating the same thing. How the hell we both end up in situations where we single, but we not single. We single, like, how is that's a category? I'm single and committed, like. Or single and what would you call it? Like
I'm just not available.
Yeah, single and unavailable.
Yeah, single but not available.
Something like that.
And more so for me, it's because I'm not one of those people to be entertaining a bunch of folks. Yeah, and the conversation's good, and honestly, I don't even think I got room for any conversation.
He not gonna let you have room. No.
I don't have room for conversation with nobody else. I'm like, okay. I know when my phone ringing who it is pretty much.
Shoot, I almost got my head knocked off going to a wax appointment. Yeah, but it is the way I presented it.
You was wilding. Yeah, you was wilding. You was testing the waters. I was like, all right now.
It is the way I presented it. But I told her, I was like, yeah, I was talking to Q. And she was like, she agreed with you though. Whatever, She like, you had your head between that.
You was asking
prior.
Testing the water.
Good, man. It's so funny. That jump went so crazy. Like I didn't even want to say anything about my appointment after my appointment happened. Like, and I didn't. It took 2 days. It took 2 days. And she brought it up. I didn't bring it up. She's like, yeah, you weren't gonna bring it up. Wait, nope, not at all.
Just an appointment. Nope. Nothing to
talk about. I still started digging a hole when she asked me about the appointment. And like I still started digging a hole.
Man.
I was like, see, I'm not even doing it on purpose right now. I'm not even trying to play with you anymore about it. I don't even want to play. Like, play over, you know?
Man, it was something I was gonna tell you earlier too. And you know, I said specifically to myself, I ain't gonna tell her. I thought I was funny. I was like, I ain't gonna tell her, I'm gonna tell her later. Knowing I don't remember shit.
Right. Just like I didn't remember what my audio message was to you. And so when you responded, I was like, what is she talking about? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know what though? Without saying it, they was a thing.
For real?
Yeah. They was a thing. That's where he got our dog from.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I remember. I was like, man, it seems familiar, but not familiar. Because I only talked to her, seen her a couple times.
Yeah.
But when he had gotten an accident, she came to our house, and it was like within our first his accident happened before our ink was dry, like within a week or so. And I was like, dang, I was like, no, maybe I don't know it. Yeah, that was she. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I was like, dang, I can't remember. But I'm like, I kept going to him like, dang, I know this sounds familiar, it feels familiar, but I don't know. Her hair was longer at the time, and she but yeah, they was a thing. And you know, my black ass popped up. But whatever.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I was just like, dang, like I'm trying to put it together because then I'm like, so finally, I don't know what I was doing today. Oh, talking and commenting on somebody else's or something, and then mutual comments or whatever. And so then I was like, hold up. I was like, okay, if this person is a mutual friend, I was like, hold up. Then I started seeing other. I was like, oh, so it was from like biker community and stuff. That's how I was introduced to him probably and knew him and everything initially. Yeah. But I think probably in Hawaii. So I think it was in Hawaii. And also possibly could have been a run-in in Texas as well. But me just visiting my brother one time because I was still going to events. Yeah. I even took my brother to an event one time, like a family day, whatever. And so all kinds of mutual friends. It's crazy how small this world is though.
It is, man. And once you start connecting with folks, especially with our careers, and then when you get into organized groups and it connects, it's really funny. And I think basically mainly because of all our careers,
right,
it really like overlaps people. Because I sometimes forget how I even know folks. I'm like, how would I know this person? And I'm like, I do know them, and I remember something that involves them. I'm like, how was it? Because our lives, our careers, and our fun lives overlap regularly, so it's like we don't even know the difference, you know.
Yeah, and sometimes that gets you in trouble with these civilians, man. Like messing with these civilians stuff because they're like, you're lying. I'm like, I really don't remember how I met this person. Yeah, but you know, so I'm going back trying to look at stuff or whatever. You're not gonna understand if you had not lived that life. You're not gonna understand. Like we've done so many. You can go on deployment and meet people for that period of time and never see them again. Like there's people I trained with to go on deployment. And so again, we're different from different walks of life. Some of us are still great friends. I got friends from boot camp still, you know. Then others, it's like, I don't know, you know. I got recruits who know me because I was their RDC and everything, but I don't know you, and buddy.
Then you have those mutual friends, like those people you meet through someone else. And it just is like, oh, we buddies, but you're like, how are we friends? I met you through this person, and you know,
that's got me in trouble sometimes. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, like, it ain't what you think it is. You know, this is just, it's my life. Like,
and that life was and we was doing so much and having so much fun, so to speak, that you don't even remember half that stuff. Like I remember meeting you, but the end of the story always ends for me with that was a wild night. So I don't know exactly.
Or it's like, if we cool, we cool. You know, if we weren't, then you know. I remember that part. If we're not cool, then I'm gonna remember it. I'm gonna remember why. But like if we're cool or we're just casual, like friends or something, I'm not gonna remember probably the details of.
Especially with social media, because everybody requests you. Like you'll meet somebody, and the next thing you know, they request you on social media. You accept it because today you know them, you remember them.
Tomorrow I don't know you.
6 months from now, they over there overly commenting on your stuff, and you like,
right.
Person.
Look, I just knew it wasn't somebody that was in my body count. I knew that. I knew that for sure. You know what I'm saying? I knew that wasn't. So I was just like, but I had to put it together because I'm like, I can't be presenting people and stuff and be like, I don't know where you came from, you know?
Right.
And so I already forewarned her. I was like, I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. It was a wild time. Came from. That was a time. We had a time. I'm so glad that phones were not as advanced they are now. I'm glad that social media wasn't what it was now. Like I know people always say that, but I'm like, the stuff that people record now on social media, I would have never. I would like the stuff we did. I would not have put that on social media, like the still photos, you know, the caption. I never would have recorded that for the public. I'm like, we actually have videos from things we did that, like, I never see folks that I know putting stuff on social media. I'm like, I know they got it in a vault. That stuff we cannot be putting out for the public. And I see other people like, y'all have no shame.
Like y'all just putting everybody's business out there, everything. You just don't like. Look, we've matured now. Some of us have like kids. Some of us are grandparents. Like, you know
I don't want nobody's job. I don't want no business. Like, I'm like, what if I apply for a grant for something, right? Because you know I do want to apply for grants. And I'm like, can somebody go looking at my social media and be like, that is not the tone you're talking now. That was different. I was different back then. Because people don't give you you don't really get a second chance the way the world claims. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, we don't ever.
We don't for real. And I'm like, people will never believe that you've changed. And that's externally and internally, because you got to think about folks are still now remind you of who you used to be or what you used to do. And when I look at the time, I'm like, once a decade passed, like, why are you even, thinking about that, or whatever? Like, I'm definitely one of those people who believe from my experiences, who I am today could definitely be a different person than who I am tomorrow, because sometimes you sit down and you make a decision. And once that decision is made and you're committed to a different version of yourself, then tomorrow you're not who you were yesterday. And folks can't look you in the eye and accept that sometimes, because they still thinking about, the old things. I was talking to matter of fact, he was saying, like, he was asking me, what I've been talking about, what I've been thinking about talking about with you. And I was toxic loyalty. Because, and this is the thing, I love to say I'm a loyal person, and I am, but when you get to the meat and potatoes of it, my loyalty has always been a toxic version of loyalty, because one thing I'm good at is getting into and out of compromising situations. But for me to know that I'm loyal, it's only been based on the fact that I've always allowed myself to be forced to prove it, if that makes any sense. And when you're in it, you're just thinking, man, I'm a loyal friend, I'm a loyal girlfriend, I'm a loyal wife, I'm this is that. But is that really something to brag about? Because when you think about what makes you, what are your examples of your loyalty? Oh, well, my person committed this heinous ass crime and I covered it up for them.
Right.
I allow, or we prove our loyalty by continuing to allow a person to mistreat you and just using your loyalty as an excuse for why you still around for it. That is a toxic loyalty. And I realized, I was like, man, in a sense, well, not in a sense, I was like, well, we really need to think about what we show people. And back to the thing, I feel like everything I do, it needs to be the opposite of what I'm showing my children, showing other young people. And I'm talking about even people who are in their 20s, somebody right now who's 40 like me needs to understand that maybe being a ride or die ain't what we think it is.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to okay, so you can really be loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll ride for my friends. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like me sending you that address and you being like, boom, let me get my girl out of the situation. Right. You got my back. If you say, hey, I need you here for this thing, you know, you can count on me to do it. If I got to move the sun, the moon, the stars, whatever, I'm gonna do it. But if my loyalty is based on the fact that sometimes you mistreat me and then abuse our friendship, and then I come back and still be your friend later,
right?
You know, or you know, I just continue to stay around, or I know that you're doing these things that are immature or unlawful or whatever, and because I don't say nothing, that's my loyalty.
Right.
That's the same as people who go to jail and shit. Thomas, on you a snitch. No, bitch, we committed a crime. All right.
Right. You know and that's the thing, like, because if you're really a good friend anyway, you're not gonna put, like, I would not put you in a compromising position.
Right.
You would probably find out after the fact that I done did some jacked up, whatever, got myself caught up in something. And now you're like, well, why didn't you say something? Because I didn't want you to be involved with it too. I knew, it was a messed up situation or whatever. But I feel like, and people do get it twisted, sometimes people play on that. And like, even going back to how you say, like, sometimes we make conscious decisions to be a better version of ourselves tomorrow, whatever it is. Or like, you know what, no mask, no more. Set my boundaries and everything else. But people are so used to you, even in relationships, just taking it, they're like, I know they're loyal. I know they're, no matter what, they're going to be here. If I just say the right thing or this and that, they're still going to be here. And that's unfortunate. People take advantage of that. They might try to manipulate the situation or whatever. But ultimately, we got to be loyal to ourselves first. Be loyal to what we stand for, everything, what we just our beliefs and everything else, and even standing for being loyal to our own boundaries that we set.
That's it.
Like, you have to be loyal to, you set your boundaries, but be loyal to that. And that's why I love, like, non-negotiable lists, and just keep going over that. Like, these are my non-negotiables. And that what that means is you do not negotiate them. You do not, like, stray for just because it's your mama or whatever. You don't stray from certain things because, like, ultimately somebody love you, they're not gonna put you through it.
I didn't have any boundaries. That's what it was. I wasn't loyal. I had no boundaries.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
I had no boundaries. And I mean, it took me a while to realize, like, damn, I didn't have any boundaries. And I would probably be like, I'm down for whatever. In reality, you just have no boundaries. That's not loyalty. Right. And I'm like, wow, like, I really had that, like, revelation. Like, it was like my brain was like, stupido. What is all your loyalty based off of? The fact that you had no boundaries and you allowed yourself to put yourself in these positions because to prove yourself to someone when you shouldn't have been in the position anyway,
Right.
And loyalty to myself alone would have been standing up for the situations that was, put in, even things that weren't necessarily to me, because for me, a lot of the stuff that I did was never, it wasn't like I did something directly, but if anything was a threat to what I felt was my life, or not my life necessarily, but the lifestyle that I was living or whatever I wanted, then I was willing to do anything to not allow something to mess with that, right. And like, even in relationships, I see now, I'm like, man, it hurts my heart sometimes when I'm online and I see women, even women our age, who are like saying like, oh, I do this, I do that every time, you cheat on me, or when you did this, I held you down when you went to jail and blah, blah. But it was like, we're not loyal. We have no boundaries, and we're allowing a person to pretty much do what they want to do, and then we come clean up the mess, or we continue to support it. People would do a lot less if you did not support it. I'm 100% sure if I didn't accept the things that I accepted over time, and that's a relationship, that's like romantic relationships, friendships, it wouldn't have went that way, because then that person has to choose to have a boundary. Like, why don't you force them to decide if they want to still be that way, as opposed to you adjusting yourself and you proving to them that I'll take you however you are, you know?
Right.
Because it's like you didn't meet them that way. Like, you don't usually meet folks who are jacked up and they acting like that, but then as soon as they get with you and see that you don't have no boundaries, they show out. They say you give an inch, they take a mile. They show out because you've shown them that there's no limits to what they'll do. You know what I'm saying? And or what's most important to you. Because, like, for me, the most important thing at one time for my life was, again, not being a single mom and nothing changing up my kids' lifestyle. So that meant no matter what, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that I don't find myself back in single motherhood, and nothing threatens, my children's lifestyle. Instead of me thinking, why would I deal with people who put me in a position to have to defend those things?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, we really gotta get a grip on it, because having boundaries is important. Having boundaries that you won't, and of course we can always say we have boundaries and things that we won't do, and sometimes life forces you to do them, or you have to change that, but it shouldn't be at a detriment,
Right.
And that's what I realized that I've always done. I had a friend once that I would always tell people, well, she's an acquired taste. No, that bitch is rude. It's not nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why did I continue to make it where it continue to justify this person's behavior, as opposed to us being like, nah. And it was easy for me, because I felt like the things they did weren't towards me. So I would always, be like, they just ain't for everybody, In reality, you're a nasty individual. You don't, you need to change your behavior. You shouldn't treat people that way. But because it didn't affect me directly, I was like, man, fuck them, girl. They just, they don't understand you. You don't need them in your life. I'm thinking, bitch, you rude.
Yeah.
You're not nice.
At all. So this whole loyalty thing, it brings me back to I don't want to say a situation that happened, because it's not a situation. It's my life, basically my life. And it's loyalty even to your parents. And so for me, my mother, like, I've always wanted to be close to my mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but the reality of it, we've never been close. Like, my first 4 years, I lived with my grandmother while she finished out like her Army career and everything before she transitioned into the Navy and stuff. There's always been tension and stuff, and I've always felt not so loved by my mother. Like, she'll be like, I love you, right? Every so often. She was not affectionate at all and everything. But I still always long for that. Even as an adult, always long for that. So, but there was time and time again where she showed me that me as her child, she wasn't loyal to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there time and time again where she just kind of pushed me to the side for whatever.
Off screen.
You said what?
I said, don't be alarmed. I'm going off screen. Just keep talking.
I'm not alarmed, but and so and like with her husband and everything, just kind of letting him treat us however he wanted to treat us. And I'm only going to speak on my experiences or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not my siblings, but so this past last weekend before last or whatever, I kind of got like confirmation of stuff that had been going on. And full transparency, now my mother has dementia, so we can't even really discuss too much of anything anymore without it, being a legit conversation, because she may or may not remember, she may or may not even understand what you're talking about at the time, depending on her state of mind and stuff. So basically it's pointless, but thankfully I've said everything that I've needed to say and wanted to say to her prior to, so many, many years ago. So it's not a secret to her, how I felt about the treatment. But I ran into a family member And they just really confirmed. So like my mom, from the time, this family member has known my mother. They've been best friends since I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so she's been around for everything. And then she just started talking about stuff, not even me probing or whatever, just all because of my mom's condition now, her having dementia and stuff. And I was like, dang, like the fact that other people outside of our family, you know what I'm saying? Other people outside of our family was like defending myself and my siblings in certain situations and calling my mom out on it, you know, as friends should do. If y'all best friends, I should be able to call you out on your shit, right?
Absolutely.
And she really was calling my mom out on the treatment of myself, you know, and everything else. And my mom just kind of like, whatever, you know, what they be saying, my man, you know, type junk, whatever. And so, and he's a narcissist. I mean, he's an asshole, just straight up and down. He's an asshole. And even now at this stage in his life, he's still an asshole, you know, right. But now I just don't have to deal with him. So, but anyway, so I had this meeting, and this meeting was right before I was supposed to meet my mom and my sister. Right. And even to add even more context of it, my sister had to basically take my mom somewhere to eat for me to go meet her because of her husband and everything. So I can't just go get my mom or anything like that and spend time. But after having that conversation, I felt like so much weight was lifted off my shoulders and everything else, because I did question, like, dang, like we weren't really talking before she got her diagnosis, her official dementia diagnosis and everything. But after that, I started talking to her more, you know, worrying about her health and just like, dang, you know, one day she's might not know who I am anymore, you know? And so, and then all that going through and like, the relationship, and who doesn't want a relationship with their parental figure? You know what I'm saying? The person who doesn't want that for real? You know, like I could lie to myself and be like, "Oh, it's cool, it's all good, we're not close and everything." That shit hurts, though. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? You like, dang, the person who birthed me don't even really want me for real. You know, ultimately. So, but after having that conversation, like it lifted so much. So then when I saw her and met up with her and everything, I don't know. It's like I was just almost like a lighter person, you know, like God made that meeting happen for a reason. Yeah. And so like, yeah, I don't want my mom to be sick or anything. I don't wish that upon anybody, dementia and all, any of that stuff. But now I just I don't care. Yeah. Like I don't care like I did. So I'm not worried about trying to make phone calls that I don't have to even make. You know what I'm saying?
Left seeking that closure and confirmation that you had been, you know, wanting to work through. Like, because everybody has questions. Everybody, no matter what, you always want to have. You always want to know why. We're humans, especially when it's your parent or someone that is close to you, because those are the people where you should feel the safest with your emotions and your life and stuff. But then, so you wonder, like, you know, you just want to know like why, and it's not like it's going to change your life, but your brain always wants to know, like, why didn't my mom, you know, care enough to blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you want them to just acknowledge it, you know?
Right. And even when she wasn't sick, she still wouldn't really acknowledge it. Like she just kind of like, I did the best I could, you know, while stuff was still happening. And I remember instances where she's caught me and pretty much cussed me out for, you know, getting smart with her husband and stuff. My man, you know, I'll say, cool, whatever. But so the closure and all that, the validation from her, everything else, trying to make her proud, all that stuff, it, like literally at that instant, it just went out the window. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God's had me, God's got me. You thank God I had my grandmother around in my life when I did growing up and everything else. That was my rock, you know? Yeah. And to instill something in me, still love some other stuff that I needed, you know? Right. And but yeah, it just like, it's almost like it's an assumed loyalty. It's like that blind loyalty because that's your parent. It's your parent, you know, and that was toxic because I was getting treated like shit. But also that's my mom, and you know,
always like to run back to it.
Yeah, you know, and like when we had good moments, I'm just sucking it all in, like this is my mom, you know, whatever and everything. But the reality of it is, it was detrimental to me and my health, my mental well-being. to even have the back and forth and just be sitting here looking like, dang, you know. And then she was the type, she treated my friends better than she treated me. Like I could be out on deployment or something and friends were like, hey, yeah, I was in town and I stayed at your house. You know, your mom was like, and I'm like, must be nice. You know, they talking about life and stuff.
Validation makes them feel better about the stuff that they do.
Yeah, you know, so they talking about life and I can't even have a conversation with my mother about life. Anytime I ever ask my mom for advice, like I'm not going to tell you because you might not like me later, you know? So I actually honestly never even got guidance from my mother, like growing up. So no guidance, no nothing. Walk straight line. You know, thank God I was smart and stuff. And so I could do whatever I want to do afterwards, but just that the blind loyalty and everything. So yeah, you know, like I said, I love her. I don't wish her ill. I don't wish anybody ill, not even her husband. I don't even wish him ill, you know, in his sick state and everything. But yeah. So that was my revelation.
We as children, and that's something that, and I wish that we always tell people now, like you'll tell younger folks, be like, oh, you'll remember this later, or you'll think about this later, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wish that could hit harder than it does, because in reality, we do, and you see it with older folks too. We do look back.
Yeah.
And you can either look back to grow, you can look back to learn, you can look back to be angry, whatever. But in my darkest of days, when I started to look back, my look back was to understand, why am I here? Like, what is in, and I used to be like, man, what is wrong with me? And I don't blame nobody, because I feel like I made a lot of conscious decisions in my life, but I did want to know where were my learned behaviors, because I do look at other people. I'm like, man, that person, you know, they got it right. They figured it out, you know. What's the difference in me and them, you know? And lack of boundaries and lack of speaking up for yourself and all those things, they started at home. And I look at the situations that I was in my last relationship, my last marriage, where I knew I should have behaved differently. And I was like, why did you behave that way? Or why did you take it that way? Or why aren't some of these really bad things bad to you? Why doesn't it feel chaotic like it does to another person? Like if I told someone, oh, blah, 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 here's the story about such and such in my life, they would be appalled. And I'm over here like, oh, that's just,
that's normal
day. And I think about this, and this, and I at trigger warning, I think about the fact that being a child and going through being molested.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is, before I ever got molested, my family talked about the person who was going to molest me and the people he had already molested in our family, but no one had done anything about it.
Right.
And I remember one incident, one time where someone reported it. And as a child, before I was much younger at the time that it got reported, and the way my family blew up and talked about the person who reported it and like the hateful things and stuff, no one ever addressed the fact that this person is a child molester. They addressed, how dare that bitch say this and that, how da da da. And as a child, I didn't know really what was going on. You know, we had social workers come and question us and stuff, and they asked basic questions. They asked us questions, went about their day and left. Later in life, when I was a preteen, getting my little titty bitties felt up and my little unused JJ, I remembered what happened to the people, what happened when someone told. Right. And it was all family. It was never an outside source that was the problem in this. I was even given a warning from a family member before I went to go stay with this family member that, hey, this has been told or been possible, but if it happens to you, let me know. Not, don't go there with this child molester. I want to do. It was like, if this happens, you know, let somebody know. And I remember also someone walking into the room while he's grabbing me under my shirt, all this stuff. Not know, hey, what you doing? Nothing. That person looked and walked up the stairs.
Yeah.
And so later in my life, when I experienced it in the military, I definitely wasn't gonna tell. For one, I was in during that time where it was no sharp, it wasn't none of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when things were just weird to me, like a person had kissed me in my mouth.
Mm.
And I told another female that was senior to me. And basically, you know, she was like, you know, you don't want to ruffle no feathers, because we were in the good old boy system where she knew that the only thing that was going to happen for me was I was going to get my ass moved somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And people were going to talk about me. Now, she could have been like, let's go tell and let's try. But we all knew that was a 60-40, maybe 80-20 chance of something happening to him as opposed to something bad happening to me. Right. You know? So as I got further into life, I genuinely went through every situation that I experienced. Everything that I was mad at other people for doing, like I was upset at folks for not coming to save me during those times. I was upset for the people that I told and they didn't do anything, because it was many more incidents where this came up. But then when it was my turn to tell, my turn to address it, my turn to turn it around, I didn't. Because I also thought in my head what the consequences was going to be, as opposed to let's fight it anyway, you know. But I also was the type of person, I was also the person where it was like, not only I'm not going to tell, I'm going to make sure to get this as further away as possible from me. Yeah. You know, and not saying that is, you know, why I'm where I am in life, but I really realized a lot of those decisions I made, the unwilling to say, the unwilling to speak up, the just going along with what's going on, I feel like it's why I am where I am today. Like why I had to go through all that shit last year, because God had to show me, if you don't stop just taking it, you don't stop going along with the flow, you don't stop not speaking up, you're going to continue to be at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always tell people, I'm the friend that has to touch the stove. You say it's hot, I still touch it. You know what I'm saying? But and God knows that about me. And he said, let me bring you to a place that is, and not that God wants to hurt you, but let me show you what this gets you. And I'll be damned if I didn't get shown, because to me, in my opinion, I was like, damn, I am reaping the consequences of not only my actions, but someone else's also. Yeah. Because of my loyalty. Because even in the midst of all the things, I still had that unshakable loyalty for a while. Like last year, well, about 2 years, a year and a half ago, before all this happened, you still couldn't have crossed him. I would have been on your ass like white rice. Like, what? Yeah. That's my dog. You know, that's my guy. No matter what, we have this, you know, we've been through the fire together. But really, we have not been through the fire together. That motherfucker has put me in fire at the fire at the fire. Right. And I just stayed there and took it. And I called that my loyalty. And I called that my ride or die. And then it was to the point, and I know it's going, it was to the point that people could make a mess, and I would go behind them and clean the mess up without them even knowing. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? And I feel like, I was like, you know, God was like, you know, you got to feel this, because if you don't, you're going to keep on going on believing that, you know, that you're going to keep going on believing that you are just doing what is loyal, what is right. And the crazier part about that is, I was told to my face one time, I was like, man, I do everything, I'm so loyal to you. And this person came out their mouth and said, that's your flaw. Mm-hmm. Damn, bitch. Damn, your flaw is that you loyal to me. That was what I was told in my face, not via text, not from afar, in my face. Yeah. But now when they said that, they didn't expect me to stop being loyal.
They thought you were gonna keep being loyal.
This is the thing. And at the time I was, because this is the thing. They didn't expect me to stop being loyal because they knew that that was not enough to break my spirit.
Yeah.
That wasn't enough to make me say, you're right, that is my problem. I just chucked that shit up and went on going. As soon as something else happened, I was right there like,
right.
You know, and it's found, and I've been on that so much this past like couple weeks. Well, I've been on it before, but I haven't really been dissecting these things because I don't want to have anger.
Right.
And so the more that I address the things that with myself, sometimes I find myself with harboring this anger. And I am not a good angry person. I know nobody's a good angry person, but I'm impulsive. So I can easily get angry now and react,
Yeah.
Because it's not even like, and I am impulsive, but it's not in a way that people might be like, oh, she snapped. No, I actually thought this out. I thought about like, if I do this, these are the consequences. And I'll tell myself, I'll accept those consequences because this person deserves to, suffer from X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
But I've been on that P, man. I was like, damn, like, what's up? Because I asked God constantly, like, come on now, like, I know I done some things. I've done some things, but was it this bad? Or was it this? Because I'm listening to murderers and convicts all the time. So I'm like, was it this bad? But the thing is, though, it only feels this bad, and it only is this bad because you have to come to terms with things. A lot of people look at their life and you think that, oh, they're getting off easy, they're not suffering. They are. The problem is they're just ignoring it and going on with life, and it looks good on the outside, but they have that internal torment. I can't handle the internal torment.
Yeah.
It stops my progress. Like, for a while, I could not do anything. I was wondering like why every project I was doing, I would be excited, get into it, and it'll flop. Why wouldn't I find joy in all these things? I have a lot of strengths, Why wasn't my strengths, going as well? Like, why would I get into like people were offering me good money opportunities, and I would get into them, and then I would lose my mojo for it, or I would not be my best. And it's because I was in a constant internal torment due to the fact that I had held on to all these things. I had guilt for the things that I had done, guilt for the experiences that I had allowed myself, my children, other people. And it wasn't like every day I was waking up thinking about it, but subconsciously my body and my brain was reacting to that. Because once I was out of these situations, like once I was away from everyone, then it was just me. I had to face me. Yeah. And facing me was like the hardest. It has been the hardest thing ever to face myself, because you know your truth. You can't lie to you. You can tell yourself a lie, but you know what's true. And that shit was just eating at me. And I feel like that's why now things are going slow. I'm not really happy with how I'm happy with my life, but like things have not. I'm not exactly where I want to be or where I feel like I should have been, because I had to go ahead and go through that. I had to have this time with myself. I had to go line by line and address my shit. And one of the major things and the last things I feel has been my lack of boundaries and this loyalty,
Yeah.
And I know folks be like I can't right my wrongs, but I'm like, I think about stuff like that. Like, what can you do to right your wrongs, or what can you
live better? You have to, that's the thing, live better. Like, you can't go back and correct everything that you've done, didn't do, whatever. The only thing you do, just wake up and live better.
Oh man.
So that's really,
I'm like, boundaries is important, and I want and everybody, I know because of social media and folks unwilling to go and learn themselves. But when you really look at boundaries, ain't just, it ain't just one thing. It's across the board. It's everything, you know. It's business. It's like how everything you do, every relationship you have, professional, personal, romantic, whatever, everything has to have some level of a boundary to it. So that way, if you are put in a position, you'll know what positions you don't want to deal with, you know, and you will have a line that you have drawn for yourself of how far you're not willing to go. So you know, you're aware. Because if you're not aware of how far you won't go, you'll just keep going until it's too much, till it hurts. And now you in too deep, you know.
So that's why I feel like I really feel like, honestly, with this whole mommy thing, mother thing, loyalty and all that other stuff, I feel like that's why it happened when it happened. Mm-hmm. And it was just kind of released from me, because even in my personal relationships and everything else, how I've dealt with loyalty and the amount of stuff that I've been willing to take, you know? And so now it's honestly like I can be truly me, live in myself, you know, what they say, unapologetically me, whatever. I can honestly soar to my fullest potential without worrying about that. And then I say that also to say, like, to know that you have parents, like your own parents created you and everything else. If they ain't want you and you've dealt with all of that stuff, I'm not dealing with your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really not dealing with your shit. And if I can let that go,
once my mom died, it was a wrap, B. The curtains opened, the light came on, all of it. It was like, okay, that's the most direct connection in your life. And once that was gone, I was like, you know what? The blinders didn't immediately come off, but they started to come off. And that's like where I am. And I want more of us, you know, women, Black people, traumatized children, all those things. I want it's because it applies to so many. It ain't just like one group. It's all of us. It's men, women, blah blah. I just want more people to recognize their personal boundaries, and definitely this loyalty that really loyalty shouldn't have to be proved all the time. Like, being loyal doesn't mean that you're proving it all the time. It's just, hey, you know, and being loyal to yourself starts first. You can't be loyal to somebody else without being loyal to yourself. And that was where it was. I had no loyalty to myself. My loyalty was always outward. And that's because I grew up that way. I grew up holding other people's secrets, not speaking up for myself, being in positions where you just keep your mouth shut. So I became that adult, and I thrived in those chaotic situations, you know, and that's what it became. But yeah, man, I was like, I best been on me, and I was like, I really need to talk to Danny about this, because, you know, I always talk like my revelations, my like, oh my God, you know, God really, because you're the one person that can understand. I can be like, I know I'm still, you know, I know Lil Jon's gonna be busting out my speaker later, but I still believe in God, and you can still hear from me. Some people can't hear from you when they judging you, you know.
And that's not God either. Like, whenever he gets into all that,
I'm just like, man, I gotta tell her about this, because I'm having this growth, this moment, like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? But
I mean, it helps you that, you know, you got your back broke, you know what I'm saying? And so now you're wide open right now. You taking in all the lessons. So I'm gonna just keep messing with you. Because I'm a virgin, so I'm gonna just keep messing with you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You left the party.
No, you staying at the party too long.
Just right. You know what I'm saying?
It is just right. You know, and that's perfect for you. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. It is. I like it. I like your slow burn, because it's really mature. It's like so mature. Like, I'm so like the maturity level that y'all have and you have right now. I'm like, this is absolutely amazing. Because the way my car would have burnt up that highway and been like,
man, don't think we don't talk about it. Don't think that we don't. We sit here and not talk about it.
No. I would have been like, look here now.
Look, that's when that distance come into play sometimes too, and the busy schedules and stuff.
Yeah, that's what and that's what you have to be busy, you know.
You know, like whatever. So It's all good though.
It's worth it. There's no distraction. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it takes a lot of effort. It would take a lot of effort for me to, you know, it'll take a lot of effort for me to see them. So it keeps me, I still get to, you know, I stay on task, you know, I still spend my day doing the things that I need to do. And it just adds a little more fun to it, you know, a little more fun to it now. And but
I told her I'm saving it, you know, for you for now, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man, but it's been fun though, I swear. It is. I think it's just a breath of fresh air, you know, you want to have it, because it's not all about, you know, linking up with somebody. It's really about companionship and having someone you can talk to, and you know,
for sure.
And yeah, I could talk to you all the time, but you know, some things me and you ain't gonna be talking about. But it's just it's human nature, you know. I know folks just act like everybody's supposed to just sit back and be by themselves. Are you supposed to like?
No, and I don't want to be, but that's the thing. I don't
immediately link up with somebody and like that's the rule. When it's not the rule, like you just really want to have human connection, and that's really what it's just human connection, you know. Because we can talk about whatever. It's good conversation, and there's a difference in, you know, your even me and you can talk about the same things that me and him talk about, but our connection is different, so it feels different, and the feedback feels different, and so that's really, you know, what it is. But yeah, that was my spiel. I had to make sure we need some sponsorships, so I want to let you know, make sure Burger King know.
For real, Burger King know. All right, I'm gonna start wearing people I want to see.
No, man, don't be trying to jump on. Don't be trying to.
Hold on, look. Let me put you. Look, can you sponsor me? I need some more. You know what I'm saying? Burberry. Y'all got me.
Burberry got
some sunglasses.
My eyeglass people can't sponsor me because I don't wear them enough.
Oh, sure.
The other day when I was out and I was all the way out in Ponte Vedra and it was raining so hard, I was like, bitch, don't put them glasses on. You ain't warm enough. You'll be blurry. It'll be worse. You know how your eyes gotta adjust.
You have a headache.
Yeah, you know how your eyes gotta adjust to having glasses on, like, and people like me who put them on sometimes, that you don't put them on emergency situations when your eyes got to adjust because your brain is working extra hard to this new vision you trying to give it.
See, so my vision is good. My vision is cool. I'm like 20/10. It's just for reading.
I got astigmatism, and it's bad, especially at certain times.
I just wear fancy reading glasses, basically. That's all.
I was looking for my Halloween theme crowns, so Burger King, no, I got them all. I got a couple more, but this is
the fact that you got a stash of that junk though, like
I don't know where my other one at. I got one that's for that's purple, purple and black.
You got some Red Lobster bibs.
You said what?
Some Red Lobster bibs from back in the day.
No, I didn't back in the day, man. I ain't go to Red Lobster till I was a damn adult. Child, we didn't even go out to eat. I tell him, like, my kid, I be telling my child, I'm like, dude, I did not have McDonald's as a child. I remember having McDonald's. I can like vividly remember the couple of times that I had McDonald's as a child. Yeah. We did not eat out.
Yeah, and that's how we were splitting.
My child was Zaxby's every other day. And my child was Zaxby's every other day.
Nope, can't do it.
I had lots of rice and beans and green. I had a lot of canned green beans, a lot of rice, a lot of corn, a lot of hamburger helper, a lot of stuff that's mixed in one pot with rice. Like, I am no stranger to a struggle meal. I didn't know struggle meals until I got older to know they were struggle meals. It was like, oh.
My mom talked about me so bad when I was in Hawaii eating Spam. She was like, you don't need to eat that anymore. You have a whole job. Why are you eating Spam? I'm like, because I like it. Like, you made it when you were little. Like, what's the problem? You know, she's like, but you don't eat it. But she'll still sit there and eat some pig's feet and sardines out the can and stuff. I'm like, what's the difference between eating Spam? What's the difference?
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I eat rice-a-roni to this day. You will not get that rice that you fry and add water.
Yeah. I ain't had rice-a-roni.
I think rice-a-roni was probably like 25 cents a box when I was a kid. My mama kept some rice-a-roni. You can't tell us she wasn't cooking us a fancy meal with that rice-a-roni, some baked chicken or some chicken and stuff. Even though my mama could cook though, I don't get none of her cooking skills, but she can make a meal out of anything.
They had to. They ain't had no choice.
Well, you know what? She did it all the time. My mama came to Hawaii one time. I'm gonna tell you this real quick. We had with the Popeyes earlier in the day, right? And that's when it was a Popeyes on post. We hanging out, blah blah. Later on that day, my mom was cooking something. I'm like, what's she cooking in this pot? My mom had took the Popeyes chicken and put it in a pot and was making it like stewed chicken. This is now this big old fried Popeyes piece is now, it looks like it's smothered and covered in some type of gravy she done make. She done put it in the pot with water and flour and seasoning. She done made this stewed chicken out of her Popeyes leftovers. And I'm just like, for one, we could have went and bought her some more food.
Right. Did it look good? Did you taste it?
I didn't taste it because I love my mom, but I didn't play them games. I'm not eating that. I eat that. We don't grab it. Child, for one, we in Hawaii. I flew you to Hawaii. I'm not eating no Popeyes chicken. You don't put in this. It probably tasted real good, but I'm not eating that. I was like, what in the world? And she laughed. We laughed all the time. I'm like, this woman done took the Popeyes chicken and made a second meal for the day. She was little as shit, but she ate a lot. I was like,
that's hilarious, man.
But man, that was my feel, man. I've been thinking on the loyalty piece, and I just been in my shit these days. So trying to be a better me today.
Yeah, that's what I say every day. Every day when I wake up, I said, that's part of my prayers for me to be better than I was yesterday,
Yeah.
And do better, be better, everything else. I mean, you got to be intentional with it and say what you want to say.
By having the right people in your circle, man. And
for sure.
Everybody say that in a cliche way, but you don't know until you really know. And I'm like, having the right people in your circle, you don't know the difference it makes until you have that experience. And for me, I have never been this far away from other people. Like, I've never been away from a group of people in my life. I've never lived alone until I'm like, I live alone. This is my whole life. Like, I came from a family with siblings. I came from a big ass family. Then I was in the army. Like, I've never been alone. And now it's like,
got a whole upstairs, downstairs to myself. Like, I can yell, talk, jump, run, skip,
walking around making all the decisions on your own.
TV Nobody on, radio on, whatever, Leave a dish out. It's my fault.
Right. That be me in here. The other day, I had a bagel in the refrigerator, and I don't know why, but that night before I went to bed, I went in the refrigerator and bit the bagel.
You could do that.
The next day, I went to go make me a bagel, and I was like, who took a bite out of my bagel?
Right. See, I got to preface sometimes if somebody wants something to drink. I'm like, hey, you can't have that one because I just drank straight from there. You know what I'm saying? I got that can of peaches. So I thought it was going to taste like peach cobbler. I opened the can. I just started eating out the can. Like, what?
Yeah,
It tastes like regular peaches.
It really?
Yeah, it just tastes like regular peaches. I ain't taste a little brown, sugary, whatever. Right. So then caused me to go make a sweet potato because I had a sweet potato. So I made my sweet potato almost like sweet potato, but now my stomach hurts.
A good sweet potato though, man. A good baked.
Yeah, I think I did too much. Too much. I was eating basically a bowl of sweet potato pie. But mine is
a big old sweet potato too.
Huh?
Was it a big old sweet potato?
That thing was huge.
Oh man.
So now that's why I'm sitting here. Look, I've been stretching it out and stuff. Like, yeah. I'm gonna have some more alone time whenever we get off this call because my stomach hurt now.
Okay. Let's wrap this. Oh Lord. We're gonna wrap it on up. I'm gonna go and I got something.
Get caked up. You going to cake? Cake. It ain't even your birthday. Cake. That's probably what it is. That crown is a symbol, isn't it? I know. That's what y'all was in there doing.
I gotta find me some dinner too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ate before we got on. I ate me some noodles. You know, I don't eat that mess. One thing ain't gonna change me. But I ate me some noodles just so I wouldn't be on here hungry. But I'm gonna have to find something for dinner tonight. So
I might give out noodles for Halloween.
I said people should give out potatoes, noodles, and a little candy.
I'm gonna go to Costco and get some stuff. So I'm gonna have the candy still, but I think I'm gonna fill up a cooler with like macaroni cups, ramen noodles, and other stuff.
Oh, that's cool, especially now.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you know what? Let me be more, I like doing stuff like that. So I'm gonna have that and candy.
Yeah. I was gonna say find something no.
Next year I'll open the garage up and set up a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. This year they getting last minute prep. Danny.
I never do that. I'm not really a Halloween person, so I'm gonna open my garage, give y'all a couple little something, and I'm come on back upstairs.
I know it's my first time, I think. Yeah.
I know they're gonna be partying down there around here. And they probably gonna be getting down with the get down downstairs because it's Friday night. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I should dress up as a virgin. That's what I'm gonna do for Halloween. I'm dressed up as a virgin.
So you dressed already?
Virgin Mary. I gotta Virgin Mary or something.
You dressed up now. With that being said, y'all keep it real.
Keep it random. All right.